welcome to my channel. My name is Indra and I am the designer and owner of Island Magic Handmade. In this video, I will be showing you how to crochet this beautiful flower bandana. So this bandana has one flower border at the edge and a mesh middle section. This is also one of my best-selling patterns, and if you would like to purchase the pattern, then you can get one from my website or from my Etsy store. The links are in the description box below. So let's get started. For this bandana, you will be needing some yarn. I am using fingering weight yarn Alisabella. It is a beautiful hot pink color, and I also recommend to you to use fingering weight yarn because then your bandana will have a great drape. Then you will be needing a crochet hook. I am using a 3mm crochet hook, and I also recommend that you use a 3mm one or the one that corresponds to your yarn, which you can find on the yarn label. Then you'll be needing some scissors, and of course you will be needing some needles to weave in your yarn tails at the end of your project. To start this project, take your hook and your yarn. You can start the project in two different ways. So first you can put a slip knot on your hook, chain 4, and then slip stitch into the first chain. So this will create a closed circle. You can also start with a magic circle, which I will be using to start this project with. So the way that I do a magic circle is I'm putting the yarn tail on my fingers like this, and then I grab it with my thumb. And if I turn my around, then I can wrap around the yarn on my fingers. It will create like an X. I will secure the yarn between my next two fingers like this. Then I take my hook. Then put your hook from underneath the first strand and then grab the second strand that's on top of this X with your hook and pull it through like this. Then this is the working yarn that's closed between my two other fingers, and chain 1 with your working yarn. Now you can remove the magic ring from your two fingers, and then I like to just hold with my thumb the circle itself and then also the yarn tail, so it's in place like this. So now we're moving on to row 1. You can start your rows in many different ways. You can start by chaining 2 and putting a double crochet into the magic ring, which counts as your first stitch. You can start with a chain 3, which counts as the first double crochet. Or you can start the same way as I do, with a stacked single crochet. To do the stacked single crochet, you insert your hook into the magic ring and crochet a single crochet. Then go through this first leg of the single crochet, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you have a single crochet crocheted on top of another single crochet. So this counts as a stacked single crochet. The rest of row 1 is 2 double crochets plus chain 1 plus 3 double crochets into the same magic circle, or the chain 4 space if you started out with the chain 4. So 2 double crochets plus chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the magic ring. Now I like to pull my yarn tail through this magic ring, and then you can secure by pulling the yarn tail. So it closes up the magic ring. Starting from row 2 onwards, you will be beginning and ending your rows in the same way going forward. So if you started your row 1 with stacked single crochet, then definitely continue starting all of your rows with a stacked single crochet, which counts as your first stitch. And into each first and last stitch, you will be crocheting an increase of 3 double crochets. But when you start your rows, then the stacked single crochet counts as the first double crochet. So chain 1 and turn your work to start row 2. Place a stacked single crochet into the first stitch, or if you started with a chain 3, then chain 3 as the first stitch of the row. And then place 2 additional double crochets. So next we will start the floral pattern, chain 3. Then into this chain 1 space in the middle, place a double crochet. Then chain 3 again, and into the last stitch, which is the stacked single crochet, or if you started with a chain 3, then it will be the third chain of the chain 3. Place 3 double crochets into the last stitch of the row. Row 3. So chain 1, turn your work into first stitch, place 1 stacked single crochet plus 2 double crochets. Then chain 3. Then place a single crochet into the chain 3 space below. Then place 1 single crochet into the double crochet. And then next place 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space, like this. Then chain 3 again, and jump over to the very last stitch and place 3 double crochets into the last stitch. Row 4, chain 1, place a stacked single crochet into the first stitch, then 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Chain 3, place 1 single crochet into the chain 3 space. Then next are 3 single crochets in the center. Place 1 single crochet into each of these stitches. And last, place 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So you have 5 single crochets in the middle. Chain 3, and jump over to the last stitch and place 3 double crochets into the last stitch. Row 5, chain 1, turn your work, place a stacked single crochet into the first stitch and also 2 double crochets. Then chain 1, and into this chain 3 space right here, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then next, chain 3. Coming to the middle here, you have 5 single crochets. Skip the first single crochet and place 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. So basically these single crochets on the edge here will remain unworked. Next, 3 chains, and into this next chain 3 space put 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1 and into the last stitch place 3 double crochets. Row 6, chain 1, turn your work and place 1 stack single crochet into the first stitch and 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Now you will start working on another flower on the edge here. So chain 3 and place 1 double crochet into this chain 1 space here, like so. Chain 3 again and place 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space right here. Then chain 3 into the second single crochet in the middle here, place 1 double crochet. Then chain 3 again and place 3 double crochet into the next chain 3 space. Chain 3 again, because we're building the flowers on both sides here. Place 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, chain 3, and into the last stitch place 3 double crochet. Row 7, chain 1, stack single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Then chain 3. Into the chain 3 space below, place 1 single crochet. Then single crochet into the double crochet and a single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So you will have 3 single crochets in the middle. Chain 3. Then into the next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. And now chain 1. Into the next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. Then chain 3. Into the next chain 3 space, place 1 single crochet. And 1 single crochet into the double crochet right here. And then 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 3 again. And into the last stitch, place 3 double crochet. Row 8, chain 1, turn your work. 1 stack single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Then chain 3. Into the chain 3 space below, place 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. and 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Now chain 3, and into the chain 1 space here, place 3 double crochet. Then chain 3, into the chain 3 space here, place 1 single crochet, and into next 3 stitches, place 1 single crochet. Into the next chain 3 space, place also 1 single crochet, so you will have 5 single crochets in the middle. Chain 3, and into the last stitch, place 3 double crochets. Row 9, chain 1, turn your work, then stack single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the first chain 3 space. Then chain 3 and skip 1 single crochet and place 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches in the middle here. Then 3 chains and place 3 double crochet into the next chain 3 space here. Now chain 1 and jump over to the next chain 3 space and place 3 double crochets. Then chain 3, in the center, skip 1 single crochet and crochet 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches here in the middle. Then chain 3 and place 3 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the last stitch. Row 10, and this is where we will start building the mesh pattern in the middle here. So chain 1 and turn your work, stack single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Then chain 3 and place 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space right here. Then chain 3 again and place 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space. Then chain 3 and place 1 double crochet into the middle single crochet right here. So this one. Then chain 3 again and place 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space. So now we will start building the mesh in the middle here, in the middle of these 2 flower rows. Chain 1 and place 1 double crochet into the double crochet that's before the chain 1 space. So basically here you will skip these 2 stitches and you place 1 double crochet into this 3rd stitch after you skip the 2, like so. Then chain 1 and you skip the next chain 1 space right here, and then you place 1 double crochet into the double crochet after the chain 1 space. Then chain 1, and now you will come back to crocheting the flower part on the other side. So place 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space, then chain 3, 1 double crochet into the 2nd single crochet in the center, chain 3, and then place 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space right here. Chain 3 again, and 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space here. Chain 3, and 3 double crochets into the last stitch. Row 11, chain 1 and turn your work. Place a stacked single crochet and 2 double crochets into the 1st stitch. Then chain 3, place a single crochet into the chain 3 space below, then a single crochet into the next stitch, double crochet in the center, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 3. Into the next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. Now we have reached the mesh pattern here in the center. So this is done the same way for all the other rows, except you will be adding more and more double crochets and chain 1 spaces in the middle here as your bandana grows. So the mesh pattern will be started and ended exactly the same way. And on the edges, you will be working on the flowers. So once you reach this part, chain 1, then skip those 2 double crochets right here and place a double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Then chain 1, you skip the chain 1 space and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain 1 space and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And repeat once more. And now we've reached the flower on the other side. So chain 1 and into the chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and into the next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. Chain 3, into the next chain 3 space, place 1 single crochet. Then into the next stitch, the double crochet in the middle here, place a single crochet and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Chain 3 again and 3 double crochet into the last stitch. Next is row 12, chain 1 and turn your work. As always, stack single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Then next, chain 3 into the chain 3 space below, place 1 single crochet and into the next 3 stitches, place 1 single crochet into each. And a single crochet into the last chain 3 space. Then chain 3 and place a 3 double crochets into this chain 1 space. Next will be the mesh. So the mesh is done the same way as it always is. So chain 1, skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the 3rd stitch after skipping. And then chain 1, skip chain 1 space and 1 double crochet into the next stitch until you reach this 3 double crochet cluster right here. So chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet into the next stitch until the end of the mesh. Chain 1, 3 double crochets into this chain 1 space. Chain 3, and single crochet into the chain 3. Then 1 single crochet into each of these 3 stitches. And then single crochet into the last chain 3 space here. So you'll have 5 single crochets in the middle. Chain 3 again, and 3 double crochets into the last stitch. Next is row 13, and row 13 marks the beginning of the repeat for this bandana. So chain 1 and turn your work. 1 stacked single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Then chain 1 and place 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space below. Then chain 3. Skip 1 single crochet and place 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Chain 3 again. And into the next chain 3 space below, place 3 double crochet. Then starts the mesh. And the mesh goes, as always, chain 1, skip these 2 stitches right here, and place 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch. And then the middle of the mesh is the same as always, where you chain 1 and you skip the chain 1 space and place a double crochet into the next stitch until the end of the mesh. So the mesh ends with this 3 double crochet cluster right here. Chain 1 and place 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space. Then chain 3, and starting from the 2nd stitch in the middle, place 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Then chain 3 again, and into the next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. Then chain 1, and into the last stitch, place 3 double crochet. Row 14. Chain 1, turn your work, and place 1 stacked single crochet and 2 double crochets into the 1st stitch. Then chain 3. Place 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space right here. Then chain 3 again. And into the next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. Then chain 3. Into the 2nd single crochet here in the middle, place 1 double crochet. And chain 3 again. Into the chain 3 space below, place 3 double crochet. And now comes the mesh section. So chain 1, skip 2 stitches and place 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch. And then going forward, it's chain 1, skip the chain 1 space below and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, and place 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space. Chain 3, place 1 double crochet into the second single crochet in the middle, and chain 3 again. Then place 3 double crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 3 and place a double crochet into the chain 1 space. Then chain 3 again and place 3 double crochet into the last stitch. Row 15. Chain 1, turn your work. 1 stacked single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Then chain 3. Into the chain 3 space below, place 1 single crochet. Then into the double crochet in the middle here, place 1 single crochet and a single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So you will have 3 single crochets in the middle. Chain 3 again. Then into this next chain 3 space, place 3 double crochet. Chain 1 and 3 double crochet into the next chain 3 space. Now comes the mesh, so chain 1, skip these 2 stitches and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And now all the mesh is the same, so chain 1, skip the chain 1 space here and place 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Now we're back to the flower, so chain 1 and place 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space. Chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 3. Place 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then a single crochet into this double crochet. And a single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 3 again. And place 3 double crochet into the last stitch. Next is row 16, and this will also be the last row of the repeat. So chain 1 and turn your work. A stacked single crochet and 2 double crochets into the first stitch as always. Then chain 3. Into the chain 3 space below, place 1 single crochet. And into the next 3 stitches, place also 1 single crochet. Into the chain 3 space here, place 1 single crochet. So you have 5 single crochets in the middle. Chain 3. Into this chain 1 space right here, place 3 double crochets. Then next comes the mesh pattern. So chain 1, skip 2 stitches and place 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch. And the mesh is the same as always, so chain 1, skip the chain 1 space and place 1 double crochet into the next stitch. After you have completed the mesh, chain 1, place 3 double crochet into the chain 1 space. Then chain 3. Into the chain 3 space below, place 1 single crochet. And then 1 single crochet into each of these 3 stitches. And then 1 single crochet into this next chain 3 space. So you will have 5 single crochets in the middle. Then chain 3 again. And into the last stitch, place 3 double crochet. From this point on, you can repeat rows 13 to 16 for as long as you would like your bandana to be, or as big as you would like your bandana to be. For this bandana right here, I made 24 rows in total. And you can decide for yourself how many rows you would like to do for your bandana. You can also stop at row 24, or you can crochet it bigger if you want to. I will continue working on this bandana off camera until I reach row 24, and then I will come back to you. You can find the timestamps in the description box below for the repeat and for all the rest of the rows, so be sure to check that out. When you have completed the main part of your bandana, I like to call it the body of my bandana, then the next step is crocheting the straps at the ends of the bandana. Currently, when you finish the repeat of row 16, which is the final row of the repeat, you are on the wrong side of your work. First, before you start crocheting the straps, you need a measuring tape. The strap should be about 35 centimeters or about 14 inches, but this part is completely customizable. So I like to just, first of all, get out my measuring tape, and my 35 centimeter mark is here. And basically how to start the strap is, once you have finished the repeat of row 16, I'm on my 24th row because I crocheted 24 rows in total. Then you just start chaining the strap like this. And you will chain the strap for as long as you have 35 centimeters or 14 inches, or however long you would like your strap to be. My strap turned out about 36 centimeters, which is perfectly fine. So next, once you have crocheted the length of your strap, then if you have your chain and then you turn it around, you can see those little back bumps. I like to work into these back bumps. So from the second chain from your hook, skip the first chain, and into the second chain, into the back bump, just crochet a slip stitch, and do so for every chain every back bump of each chain until you reach back your bandana. Additionally, I would like to add that you can replace the slip stitch with a single crochet if you would like your strap to be thicker. But I have found that I like the look of the slip stitches, so I will be proceeding with the slip stitching. I have now slip stitched all the way back to my bandana. And if you've done the same, then you can proceed with next steps. So next we are going to crochet an upper border into the stitches here on the top of your bandana. To do that, you will be adding a single crochet into each stitch and into each chain one space. For this bandana, we have also those chain 3 spaces. So into those, add 3 single crochets, and into those single crochets in the center of the flower, you're just going to add 1 single crochet into each stitch. So let's start doing the upper border. So 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Then comes those chain 3 spaces with 5 single crochets in the middle. So let's place 3 single crochets into the first chain 3 space. Next, place 1 single crochet into each of those 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now place 3 single crochets into the next chain 3 space. And 3. So next we have those 3 double crochets. Just place 1 single crochet into each double crochet stitch. And now we have the mesh part. So for the mesh part, add 1 single crochet into the chain 1 space and 1 single crochet into each double crochet stitch, and do this across here. So 1 single crochet into chain 1 space and 1 single crochet into the double crochet, and just continue doing that until you reach the 3 double crochet cluster at the end of this mesh part. So once you have crocheted across the mesh part, then you have reached back to those 3 double crochet stitches. So place 1 single crochet into each of these stitches. Then next comes the chain 3. Place 3 single crochets into the chain 3 space. Then 1 single crochet into the next 5 stitches. And 3 single crochet into the chain 3 space. And now you've basically reached the end, so place 1 single crochet into each of those 3 stitches at the end here. Now is the time to crochet the second strap at the end of the bandana here. the same way as you crocheted it over here. So use about the same length. So I had 36 centimeters. Use the same length that you used for the first strap. And here you're going to crochet it the same way. So you just start chaining your strap, make it as long as the first strap, and then you either slip stitch or place single crochet into the back bump of each chain coming back. Once you have crocheted your second strap also, and you've reached back to the body of the bandana, then slip stitch into this border row that you crocheted on top of your bandana. Just insert your hook into the first stitch and slip stitch. So now the strap is connected to the rest of the bandana. At this point, you can decide if you have completed your bandana or if you would like to add scallops to the edges of your bandana. So if I take my first bandana, then you can see these scallops on the edges here. So this is what we're going to work on next. If you would not like to add scallops to your bandana, then you can just cut off your working yarn and fasten off and weave in your ends. And of course the next step is blocking, but this is what we're going to talk about later. First, we will be crocheting the scallops. So to do your scallops, you will be crocheting each scallop into the first and last stitch of each row. These are the same stitches where you did your increases into at the end and at the beginning of each row. So if I come closer here, you can see that this is the first stitch of the last row that you crocheted with 3 double crochets. Into this stitch, you will crochet 5 double crochets. If you would like your scallops to be more rounded, you can add 2 additional double crochets, so you would have 7 double crochets in total, but this you would have to do with each scallop. I did my 5 double crochets, and I'm gonna go with 5 double crochets for my scallop for the rest of my bandana. So next, you need to find the stitch at the end of the next row, right here. And this is where you will crochet a single crochet to finish off the scallop. So basically, if you look at it from this side, you may see it a bit better that 2 rows correspond to 1 scallop. Now you will continue doing this all the way down the bandana or the edge of the bandana until you reach the center part at the bottom of your bandana. So you need to find the next stitch with 3 double crochets, which is 1 row below. So it's this one right here, and crochet another 5 or 7 double crochets into this stitch. Next, move 1 row below again and crochet a single crochet to finish off the scallop. So this is what we have right now. And continue this step all the way down. So I have now crocheted along the one edge of my bandana, and when you reach the last or this bottom stitch right here, the magic ring or chain 4, whatever you started out with, you simply place a single crochet into the stitch. But I would like to warn you that if you use the magic ring, it might be a little difficult to get into the stitch depending on how tightly you closed it. Okay, so I was able to get into my stitch. So now just crocheting a single crochet, and then you can pull this loop closed again. Now on the second side or the other edge, you will do exactly the same thing as you did on this edge right here. So you find the first stitch that has 3 double crochets in it, and you simply start by crocheting a scallop of 5 or 7 double crochets into the stitch. Then next, find the next stitch with 3 double crochets and place a single crochet. So you're going to follow the exact same pattern going up the other side of the bandana. I have now added scallops to the other side of my bandana. So my bandana is almost finished, but there's one last step we need to do before we can cut off the yarn. So the last scallop that you crocheted, instead of placing a single crochet, find the last stitch here, the last stitch of the row, or it's the stitch where you crocheted the first single crochet into when you completed your strap. Find the same stitch and place a slip stitch into this stitch. So now you can cut off your yarn and fasten off. Now you need to weave in all of your ends. I have 2 ends that need to be weaved in. The side where you crocheted your scallops on, this is your correct side. So make sure that you weave in the ends on the wrong side of your work. And after you have weaved in your ends, then I definitely recommend blocking the bandana. So this is what we are going to talk about next. When you use cotton yarn like I did, then you can use the wet blocking method. So to do this, you need to soak your bandana in warm water about 10 to 15 minutes. Then press it gently together to remove the majority of the water from your bandana. And then wrap it into a towel to remove all of the excess water from the bandana. Next, you will need some blocking mats, as I have right here, and some needles to pin your bandana to this blocking mat. If you used any other material, then you can also try steam blocking. For this, you need to not wet the bandana, but you need to still a blocking mat and some pins in order to pin the bandana to the blocking mat, and then use a steamer to get it a little moist. So my bandana is already wet with all the excess water drained out, and I am ready to pin my bandana to this blocking mat. First, what I need to do is, or what I like to do at least, is pin the bandana's top part to the mat, so the top part would be laying flat. At some point, I may adjust them a little bit or add more needles if I need to, but for now I think this is good. I followed one of the lines here at the top to pin my bandana, so the top would be lying flat and straight. Next, I like to pull down this center part right here and kind of try to align where the exact center part should be. So I kind of try to follow some line here as well, and you know, just pin it in place somehow. And next, now I need to pull out these sides, and I like to use the scallops as my guide here. So I just take the scallop and I pull it to the side and place the needle. I want the floral pattern to be more, let's say, laying flat and more pronounced, so that's why I am pulling, so it would dry in a way that the floral pattern is actually beautifully visible. So one side is done. I will now do the same on this side. So as the last step, I do check if there's something somewhere that I need to adjust or if I'm fully happy with what I'm seeing here. So let me actually try to adjust this area. If I pull it down, okay, it doesn't actually pull down all that much because it's already quite tense, I would say. But this is how I block my bandanas. I kind of just pull them completely outwards as much as possible, so the mesh pattern, any kind of lace pattern is actually beautifully visible. Now you need to wait until it dries. I usually wait for 24 hours or overnight, just leave it out to dry, and then the next day your bandana should be fully usable. And there you have it. You now have a very beautiful floral bandana. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so I know that you would be interested in content like this in the future. I'm planning to release a lot more crochet tutorials. So I'll see you next time. Bye!